Hello, Crazy Bob here. Today I want to talk about something that I don't even know how this happened, but I got a random soft dent that I found while waxing the car. I don't know if it happened, if there was a hailstorm or what happened, but nonetheless, I have one little random dent, and so I decided, let me try myself at self-repair, do it yourself. So here's what I bought. So these are the bag of goodies that I bought. This is a paintless dent do-it-yourself repair kit. We're going to take a look. We're going to see if this thing works on a, dare I say, expensive BMW. Not sure how well you can see that, but right where you see the neon light reflection, or the fluorescent light reflection, you can see a small little dent, which would be right about there. Don't know how it happened, but we're going to see what we can do. So the first thing you want to do is get the area. Don't worry about not seeing the dent. You saw it a moment ago. The reflection isn't exactly good enough for you to be able to see this, but nonetheless, my dent is right about here, so I'm going to go ahead and give it a little squirt of alcohol. Make sure that none of the great wax jobs that I gave this car are left on there. And then I'm going to go ahead, goodness sakes, it's everywhere. Then I'm going to go ahead and get some hot glue, put it on one of the little pieces, but I'll show all that to you in just a second. Hang tight. So, I've found a little tip that's fitting. The other little tool is going to grasp this later and just pull up in small increments, hopefully. And I had my little hot glue gun. Put the hot glue on the bottom of this, stick it right in the center of the divot, and we'll see, man. This is my first shot at this, so we'll see what happens. Okay, so I've put my hot glue on. I've stuck the little fella right where the dent is, hopefully center. And now comes the moment of being afraid, very afraid. So I'm going to go ahead and get the tool, mount it on there, and see what happens. Hang tight. So there's an adjustment to be had here, so let's take a look and see what happens. Very carefully, and then to the point that this is sitting fairly flush. Okay, get all the play out of there. There's most of the play out. Oh, that was pretty easy. Holy crap. I think that already did it. It's not possible. That is not possible. So guess what? That just took a portion of the dent out. I thought I was supposed to just do this a few times, but we'll go ahead and put it on the rest of that dent and see what happens. Wow, pretty good. So the stuff comes off pretty good. Usually it sticks on the car, so I'm assuming I've probably still got a little bit of wax residue. Let's see, we'll take a look. All right, so this is second try. So I think one of the things I have to do is kind of let this sit for a few minutes. I went too quick and the glue was still hot. So I'm going to let this sit for a moment. And I also wiped it one more time with alcohol. So we'll see. So far though, it took that, I'm assuming it was from a hard hail storm or something. I don't know. I'd never seen it until I was detailing the car. And so oddly enough, it took a good chunk out already. So it was, as you saw in the one picture, it was a pretty decent little divot. And we'll see what it does on this second one. Okay, so I've got my tool back on, and so here's the idea. You just very lightly, you don't want to over pull and necessarily have it pop up like a lot of videos show. I'm noticing is I just lightly go like this, and I'd rather just pull this back out, take a real close look, and I think I actually got it at this point. So what we're going to do now is I've got a little plastic scraper, and with that plastic scraper I'm going to go ahead and get this sucker off. A lot of people make the mistake, they pull until this pops off, which is how the videos show it. So I thought about that as I was watching those videos, and I thought to myself, well, you're just going to pull it too far out, and then you got to use the little plastic hammer that they show. Why don't I just like jiggle, 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 lightly, 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 and then take it back off, take a look, and with my eyes, see if I can see any difference. And I see none right now. It's really amazing. So let me get my little plastic tool, get it cleaned up, and then maybe I can give you a close-up. And this right here hurts me, by the way. I hate using tools like this to try to... Goodness. Well, I can speak for the glue. Good glue. There we go. So let's take a look, man. Can't wait to look at this and see what we've got. Can't believe it, it's pretty good. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and put you on pause for a moment. I'm gonna wax this, get it all clean, and show you what it looks like now. So just for reference, right here is where the dent was. And the light is usually a good indicator of the refraction. So I think I got it out pretty good. Hey, so here's our dent. Well, where the dent was right here. As you can see, nothing left of a dent. So that's the result I was looking for. I did have to use this little hammer and this little tool. No matter how hard I tried to do the little quick jiggle thing, there's always just a hair of a high spot. And so when you get that hair of a high spot, you go right to that highest point. And I would recommend getting that line board. It just helps you see better. And for me, it was back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So it was a little bit tricky getting it just right. But nonetheless, I'm going to probably do this again. I'm going to buy the line board, and then I'm going to do this again on the Ford F-150 that's sitting outside. It's getting dark. Let's see if you can see it. It's sitting right out there. And so I'll probably go ahead and do it again. And it's got plenty of dings. So, and it was a cheap truck. So if I screw it up, who cares? But it's got some pretty decent larger dings. And if I can get those out with this tool, then I'll definitely give it a thumbs up. So far, for being a $29 set, shoot, I can't complain. I would have probably paid 50 bucks to have that dent removed. And we'll see tomorrow in the sun. But I think I got pretty much all of it out. And I'm sure they wouldn't have done much better. And so I saved myself 50 bucks. Negate the 30, so save myself 20 bucks. Go have dinner. Yay. All right. Well, take care. Till next time.